live.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for all to hear with DJ Wolf. Again, here's DJ Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen.
Live. Live. This is the DJ Wolf live experience, baby. The live election coverage of the President of the United States for 2016. Coming your way from the Southern Maryland studios. Live. Here's your host, the one and only, undisputed, but never duplicated, baby, DJ Wolf. Yo, what's going on, babies? I haven't gotten my other show on yet, so Blog Talk Radio is going to join in a second. But this is your boy, DJ Wolf, coming out to you live. Hopefully, when I get the Blog Talk Radio set up, you'll be able to call me live. 347-426-3596. That's 347-426-3596. All right, guys. Woo! We got a lot of ground to cover. I'm telling you right up front. Just so much to cover. Ooh, excuse me for a second. All right, well, my Blog Talk Radio show is coming on right now. Let me turn the music here. Let me see if there is any music. Hold on, Blog Talk. All right, well, we're stopping that right now. Okay. Blog Talk Radio fans, you just joined me. I already hooked up the Spreaker and Blog Talk Radio. The show is on live right now. 347-426-3596. That's 347-426-3596. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to try to adjust this sound a little bit here so we can get this thing right. Okay. Sounds a little bit better. In any case, right now, it's looking to be, with my understanding, 91% of the polls that reported, it says too close to call. Right now, it's a 97 to 84 in favor of Hillary Clinton. And of course, you know, you need 270 electoral votes to win. So as far as that goes, she's currently in the lead. But man, it is a close race, baby. I want to get a couple things off my chest right quick. Right now. I don't know if my YouTube live stream coming on. Was going to try. I may not even bother right now. But there's a couple of things that's kind of bothering me a little bit here. Let me see if I adjust my sound again. It's quite a few things, to be honest. One of the things is Let me take this headphone right quick. One of the things is right now is that we got two candidates. Both of these candidates come from well-to-do families. Both of them. Let me turn this down too. I got. Both of them are white. All right. Not the color should matter. The color should matter to anybody at this point. But they come from very well-to-do backgrounds. Like I said this on a couple of podcasts earlier. And I kind of feel like people like Hillary Clinton, George W. Bush, Donald Trump, Al Gore, those families that came from money, they never knew how to be without. I can tell you, I've been without. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. I lived on, for those of you who know, that area, I used to live over in the Glenville neighborhood in a rundown apartment back in 1972. We managed to get through, but it was tough. Anytime you live in a rundown apartment like I did, and you saw rats in your apartment, in the apartment, as big as full-size puppies, and if not bigger, I've seen a little bigger than that. That's some scary shit. Okay. Here's my thing. I heard people complaining about, I ain't voting for Hillary Clinton, I ain't voting for Donald Trump, I ain't voting at all. I'm sick of that slewfoot stank ass attitude, you know, where people just like, well, I ain't vote because they ain't got nobody out there for me to vote for. How about we start getting our own candidates that represents us based on what they've lived through. When I mean live through, I'm talking about somebody who knows, who knows from experience. Somebody who knows your family, knows your neighborhood, knows your streets. Okay, and I'm talking about from the ground up. Somebody who started off, humble beginnings, very educated, because you're going to need that. Okay, one thing I will say as far as political party, you can't just get no dummies out there to represent you. You need somebody with that not only street smart, but educationally well gifted. You need that. You need somebody with a little bit of both. And I can honestly say tonight, and really for quite some time, I don't think we've ever had any major candidates of that caliber. We haven't. Because we don't put them out there. We wait for somebody else to do something and then we complain about it. That's just like us black folks sometimes, man. For real. We sit there and wait around 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 and nothing is ever done. Then you complain about, well, ain't nobody doing nothing. I ain't gonna vote. Yeah. You sit right on your ass and don't do nothing. You want to wait on everybody else to do it. Yeah. And to me, it's aggravating to me. It truly, God, my neck hurt. It's truly aggravating because when you're waiting, nothing ever gets done. When you're doing, you make things happen. But you're never going to be able to make things happen unless you start applying yourself. And what I want to say is we need to get the candidates out here from our neck of the woods that's going to represent us based on what they know about us from personal experience. Not based on what you telling them, like what Mary J. Blige did with Hillary Clinton. Talking about, and mama, tell your boys to watch themselves in the streets, yeah. Whatever she was saying, but it was just kind of wild. That's another whole story. I don't even want to go into that right now, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling what she was doing. I really was not. No, I haven't heard anything about her doing any interviews since then. Not that she should stop, but that just wasn't. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I was just so. I was so disappointed and offended in her for what she did. I just don't even want to go there, and I won't, honestly. So, but I kind of feel right now we're on a political plantation. And until we start getting our own candidates to represent our voices based on what their experience is from living in our neighborhoods and growing up there, not based on what somebody told you. Because the only thing candidates like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump can do is just listen about what went on in your neighborhood. They'll never understand that. They haven't lived it. They haven't experienced it. And in some cases, unless they can get your votes, and even if they do, they don't really care. No way. You know? Seriously, though. And I'm just not feeling neither one of them, to tell you the truth. But here's my thing. One of the things I was excited about growing up back as a teenager in the late 70s through the mid 80s was getting my chance to have the right to vote. That was something I learned about, in the history books, when they did talk about it. Growing up, and how our black forefathers, fought and died to get us the opportunity to have the right to vote. So, when I turned 18 in the early 80s, I told my folks I was going to vote. The elementary school that I went to was right across the street from my house. And I asked my folks, are you coming? You know what they told me? And this is two people who grew up in rural Mississippi. I knew you was hiding somewhere, my little dog. In rural Mississippi in the 1940s. Okay, so it had to be pretty rough. Now, when I told them I was going, they both were telling, this damn dog, I tell you. When I was going, that's my dog. I was looking all for him. He was hiding up under the studio bed here. Anyway, so when I told them I was going, they were both like, "Oh, we ain't going. Our votes don't never count." This was 1982, and I kind of feel somewhat disappointed at the time, because I thought that my parents would be a little bit more supportive than what they were at the time. And it shocked me when they told me that. Where the hell was you hiding at? Let's call you for the longest, champ. So, I was very surprised by that. And I explained to him, I said, look, Our forefathers fought and died for your right to vote. I said, I don't know about y'all, but I know I'm what I do. I'm going to vote. So as I walked across the street towards my school, my old elementary school that I went to, as soon as I got in, by the time I got registered, and that was the first time I was voting. The first time I went to go vote. And my parents, I know they didn't seem to be too enthused about it. That's what shocked me. They weren't very enthused about it. I was totally blown away. I was like, wow, really? You're not excited that your eldest child is going to vote for the first time ever? And they didn't, I know, I guess because they grew up in a completely different era and coming from the rural South, it just didn't dawn on them how important it was at the time. Was shocking to me. Your second generation son was going to be able to vote for the first time without a lot of drama. My generation was the first generation to vote without any drama connected to their reasoning to vote, without being harassed, without being beaten up, or pillaged or raped, or shot to death or hung. I was going to be able to go over there and vote and not be harassed just because of the color of my skin. Okay. Flash forward to 2016. Some 30 some odd years later. There are people in certain states that are still doing, their factions are still doing it. There was something recently came out, 45,000 black voters were being turned away or being blocked from voting by the Indiana State Police. Indiana State Police. Guess who was the governor of Indiana when that happened? Mike Pence, the running partner of Donald Trump. Yeah. So, I'll put you a minute. I gotta talk to you in a minute anyway. So I went ahead and voted almost 2 weeks ago when they started the early voting. And it was a hard decision for me to decide who I wanted to vote for. Because I'm going to be honest with you. It was very tough. I thought about a lot of what young people said in 2016. The same thing my parents said in 1982. What's the point of me voting? My vote ain't going to matter. But that's not what I heard my forefathers say. My forefathers said, I want a right to say what's on my mind. I want to have a right to decide just like everybody else and not be denied because of the color of my skin. I saw something that, and I heard about this for years, called a litany test, where they wanted to legitimize you by putting this dumb 5th grade test, knowing there were a number of people of color at the time that didn't know how to read and write, even all the way up to the 1940s, where the only way they were going to let you vote if you passed this test. That was harassment. I saw that test. That was offensive and degrading. That's the kind of hoops that they would try to put you through just so you could have a right to say yes or no on something. So I sat in the booth and I went ahead and made my decision. Now, there were 4 candidates. There was Donald Trump. There was Jessica Stein. There was Gary, I think it's Thompson, and there was Hillary Clinton. Now, Jessica Stein, I didn't know anything about. Gary Thompson, I heard they say he ran on a weak platform. I don't know. Not my call. I wasn't really familiar with them. And then we came down to Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Two people I was familiar with. Actually, Donald Trump, I followed his career all the way back to the left from the probably about late 80s, something like that, yeah. Up to right about now. I used to watch this, and I admit I was a fan of the show, The Apprentice. Great show. A lot of drama thrown in it. I've actually, matter of fact, not only did I watch the show, I've actually eaten at Trump Plaza. Oh yeah, I can say that. I've eaten at Trump Plaza. I've been there. Beautiful place. About a couple of blocks away from FAO Schwartz over in Manhattan, New York City. And big buildings. I was like, wow. Beautiful building. Inside and out. And at one time I did admire Trump, But as the years progressed, watching him run for office, putting down President Obama, talking about he's not a real citizen and all this other bullshit he was saying, I lost a lot of respect for Donald Trump after that. And Donald Trump used to be a Democrat. I know that for a fact. A lot of people don't know that. He actually was a Democrat one time. All of a sudden he's a Republican. I guess when it comes to his bottom dollar, he'd be anybody. But that's another whole story. So I got to thinking, with all this harassment and nasty innuendos he said about people, he harassed black people, gay people, straight people, people who are maybe not different, maybe people who are not wealthy or nowhere near as wealthy as him, Mexicans. He harassed everybody. And my thing is, do I want a guy like that running my fucking country? Really? I don't give a damn how much money he got. I don't give a damn how many jobs he created. Supposedly he created jobs. A lot of them jobs aren't even over here. Yeah, Google that too, because you probably don't know about that. Trump ain't the people's candidate. These people think he is. Not even close. Hillary Clinton, she liked to pander to people. Just ask Roland Martin. Enough said on that one. But it came down for me a lesser of two evils. Did I want somebody who actually did have experience versus somebody who talked a good game about what he was going to do? Or did I want somebody who I think may have gave me the best shot of anything as far as future endeavors for our future families? So here it is. I went in and I looked at those four candidates and I made my best choice. I went ahead and voted for Hillary Clinton. Not because I felt that she was the best choice. Well, in a way I did, but that was the only option I had. It's a shame in 2016, the only option I had, and they're all white. Color shouldn't really matter, but when it comes down to people who know you and your constituency, and somebody, in the case with her, you had to pander to her to get her to understand where you're coming from, and she still may not understand because that wasn't her life. And that's why I said before, maybe we should get down to business where we should start backing candidates of our peers, of our culture, because I think that's the best chance you have of anybody really understanding where you're coming from. People who know what you really need. But also them same people who know what you really need, that you really want to get there, Those are the same people you need to back up and support and fund, just like everybody else do with their candidates. The real reason we're stuck with the candidates that we have as far as the choices we got. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all want everybody to do the work, and y'all want to sit there and sell your ass. I'm sitting there watching TV One right now. Roland Martin. Hold on, let me change the channel right quick. Because, and that's what was appalling to me. Now, we got 2-3 black TV stations. Roland Martin. I think, well, first of all, Roland Martin doing a thing called, what's it called? The News One Now Election Night Watch Party. All right. He got celebrities on there. He got politicians on there. They're not talking about states. They're not talking about numbers. They're not talking about percentages of voters. They're not talking about none of that stuff. They just talking about their processes and what they did, and the policies, their own policies that they worked on, but nothing more than that. That's pretty much it. Oh, and then he's asking celebrities question about, did you get out the vote and blah blah. That's it. BET, they showing the usual program. They won't even get to this till 11 o'clock tonight, and I don't think it's going to be any different from this. I think it's ridiculous. Yet, I go right here to CNN and watch them do work. All right. Matter of fact, if I ain't mistaken, CNN, CNBC, MSNBC, Bloomberg Television, even CNN International, which is offshoot of CNN. Even BBC World News. Now, how the fuck BT and TV One, two of the most prominent and well-known black television stations, aren't even on this? Really? They're not even on it, not even the way it's supposed to be on it. And like I say again, the BBC got full coverage on it. The BBC News Network. They're all over it. What the hell wrong with us? What's this all death row special? I don't think I heard of this. Oh, ADD, okay. What is this? See, when it comes to us, it's all about the entertainment. When it comes to the real news channels who are actually covering it and letting you know what the fuck's going down, big difference. I guess all because a lot of us don't pay attention to politics until it matters the most. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. But tonight we're going to know where we stand after tonight. What part of the political plantation we'll be in. You know what I mean? Whether it be Republican or Democrat. Right now, they're saying 91% of states, as far as the voting polls are turned in, and now, as of right now, it's too close to call. Too close to call. Amazing. Speaking of calling, it'd be nice if you call me. We could talk about this. 347-426-3596. That's 347-426-3596. Well, I see trying to get this. Let me see if I get. I'm going to try YouTube one more time. Is it on? Look like it is. I can't freaking tell because I hit the stream button and it don't stream. I'll try this again. No, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Oh, damn. Okay, well, that part is. Okay, maybe it is working. It says it's live. It's not live on here, though. Okay, let me see something here. No. You know what? I'm cutting it off. Okay, I try to get the live stream on. It's not cutting it for me. Try to get it on. Hitting this button and it's just not doing it. Dang on thing. Alright, well, I tried. I really did. But like I said again, we need to come up with a better plan for getting ourselves represented properly. And until we do that, we're going to always be voting for the plantation, no matter what, whether you like it or not. And that's not necessarily good. So, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm canceling Wirecast because there's nothing going on with this. And I'm not even sure if it's even working, so I'm stopping. Stop it right there. I'm not going to say that. All right. Blog Talk Radio, since nobody's calling, I'm not going to worry about that either. But you can still chat. I guess you won't do that either, huh? Okay. Well, this is what I'm going to do. Because I said if I didn't start getting calls on Blog Talk Radio, I was going to cancel it. And I think I am. Because this is it. All right. All right, guys. Well, you had a chance to Blog Talk Radio. I'm done. All right. Well, there's a Blog Talk Radio thing. I'm going to cancel right now. Well, that's it. I tried. Blog Talk Radio. That's it. I'm done. I really tried. 2 years. It just never worked out. Never worked out the way I wanted to. Just never did. It's heartbreaking to me. You know, it's heartbreaking. I wanted to work out. You know. Yeah. Except people just don't want me to do it. What else is there? Let's see. I don't want that now. All right, well. I don't know why they think I'm going to try to keep this. I'm not keeping this. But like I said, I have to cancel because I can't keep you know, trying to keep a show and, you know, I just can't do it anymore. You know, I gotta get rid of it. It pains me because it was 2 years back in September that I started the show. It just never worked out. You know, I think that was my last show, Baltimore Radio. Damn shame, you know. Well, it's officially canceled. I'm done. I can't. Honestly, I can't go through with it anymore. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Jeez, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I had to cancel, guys. I'm done. Baltimore Radio. You know, I mean, it really does. Seriously, makes me sad. You know, the YouTube podcast I can't do anymore. But I'm glad you guys are listening to me on Spreaker. Spreaker is probably the only one that actually really been faithful to me from day one. But again, I kind of feel that we are on a plantation politically. You know, we got all these organizations. We got the NAACP, you got the Urban League, and you got what's the other one? Congressional Black Caucus. What have these organizations really done? You know, I'm talking about building blocks. When I'm referring to building blocks, I ain't talking about, just help people get jobs. How about help people build businesses? I mean, big businesses. The kind of business that would put Trump to shame. You know, we don't do that kind of stuff. We just want to just get enough to we go borrow Peter, pay Paul to help people create jobs and all that. That's it. That's all we do. We don't build companies to create jobs. We just build funding to get jobs. That's it. That's all these organizations have been good for to me. For real. I can say it personally from NAACP because I had a bad experience with them back in the late 80s. One day I'll talk about it one day. But like I said, right now, as far as the election night coverage, forget about doing it on TV One because they ain't gonna do that but shuck and jive. BET, they got something coming on 11 o'clock. I'm not gonna even bother to step to watch that. And CNN, which I give them credit for, and the other networks, including the four networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they've been all over it. You know, jeez, right now Donald Trump has 128 electoral votes versus Clinton's 97. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to do another show. This is going to be part one because the coverage is probably going to continue through tomorrow until they actually get a winner. But I'm going to try to get the inside information about the voting tonight and see what went down. And I'll give you the full rundown at tomorrow. Right now, guys, I think I'm going to cut it off. This has been Djwolflive. I've been your host, DJ Wolf. Yeah, it's only been 30 minutes. If you just tuned in, Donald Trump electoral votes is leading right now, 128 to 97 over Hillary Clinton right now. But all the votes haven't been in yet, folks. So by the morning, we should know who actually won and who actually lost. Now, again, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, guys. This has been DJ Wolf. The music is by epidemicsounds.com. Get all of your royalty-free music from epidemicsounds.com. All right. Okay, this has been DJ Wolf. This is DJ Djwolflive, the election coverage special. And no, I'm not going to be up all night to try to watch this. What I'm going to do is probably watch it on my tablet, and I could give you a complete rundown on that in the morning. All right. Here we go. DJ Wolf Live show has been produced by DJ Wolf himself. Broadcast engineered by DJ Wolf himself at the Southern Maryland Studios in Maryland. Southern Maryland. All right. Music provided by Epidemic Sounds via Spreaker and Spreaker Studio. Give a shout out to Spreaker.com and Spreaker Studio. Appreciate it. All right, what I'm going to do is try to get you a full rundown about the election again tomorrow. We're going to continue this in the morning. I'm about to go crash out, guys. By tomorrow morning, we'll know who has won. All right? This is DJ Wolf. Let's pray on people. Talk to you later. I'm out.